It doesn't matter what point you are in your life right now. God's word can locate you, change you, and make you a wonder to your world. God is very much interested in transforming your life and bringing you to the place of fulfillment and impact. Listen attentively as Pastor Segun Awolowo brings your way the word of life.
Story here. Therefore, he said, a certain man went to a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And verse 13 of Luke chapter 19. And he called his 10 servants and delivered unto them. Okay, let me look New King James Version. So he called 10 of his servants, delivered to them 10 minas, and said to them, do business. If you go to, this is the Old King James, the New King James says, not occupy till I come, but it says, do business till I come. Do business till I come. If you go to Exodus chapter 4, Exodus chapter 4, if you go to Exodus chapter 4, you will understand when God was talking to Moses, and one of the things God told Moses was asking him when he wanted to send him to the land of Egypt, and when Moses was afraid of going, God asked him, what do you have in your hand? What do you have in your hand? There's something you have to present to God if God is going to work miracles in your life. All of us are trusting God for the miracles of money. All of us trusting the Lord for the miracles of money. And if you are going to experience true miracles in life, you must at least have something that God must work with. There must be something that God must work with. So the question is, what do you have in your hand? Just like the prophet asked the woman, what do you have in the house? So there must be something to work with. There must be something to connect with. If God is going to bless you today, there must be something to work with. The question is this: you are praying to God for 10 million naira. On what basis? On what ground? On what platform? How do you expect God to give you 10 million naira? What do you have in your hand to receive the blessings of 10 million naira into your life? So this is very, very important. What do you have in your hand? So everyone must create something to use to connect to the blessings that God is bringing your way. If God gives a prophecy that your next 6 months will be better than your last 3 years, you better understand that the prophecies of God is connected to so many things. And one of the things is that you have to be ready to prepare to receive for the fulfillment of the prophecies. There must be something that God must work with. What kind of opportunities or kind of areas should you be thinking about? Number one is to be thinking about buying and selling. You can enter any market and then buy a particular product and go into another space and sell the same thing for a profit. Sellable products. Because one of the things you have to consider when you're talking about thinking about product is you also have to consider certain factors. And one of the factors you have to think about is a product that is sellable. Every product is actually sellable, but some of them can be easily sold than the other. You don't want to go for a product that will take you 1 year to sell one item. You want to think about something that is sellable or selling almost every day. You have to think about a business that is scalable. What I mean by that is that a business that I can move from this phase of this business to another phase. What are those businesses that are scalable? Fashion business. Fashion is always changing. What you see last 5 years is not what you see this year, another year. So you can start for fashion business. This is an industry where you can't explore everything about fashion business. You can't. I hope you understand. No single person can undo everything that has to do with fashion business. If you talk about fashion business is beyond cut and sew. I hope you know. It's far beyond that. Part of fashion, when you regard it as an industry or its business, has to do with makeup, skincare, jewelry, bags. Clothing is just one of the areas that has to do. So when you are talking about business, you have to look at something that you can scale from one level to another level. In other words, I am selling wares. I can wake up tomorrow and decide in this same industry, I want to begin to do bags and shoes. You get what I'm saying now? That is very important. So when you're thinking about business to do, you think about buying and selling. Okay, I can't do buying and selling. I don't have the power or the strength. I can also provide services. So one of the things you have to think about is starting with something that will not require a lot of fun to start with. Because if you want to start a salon, you may be thinking about, I want to get a shop, which is actually not necessary. I know how to tie gele, which is one area that people make money from right now. I know how to wash cloth. I can provide services in that area. Accounting services or accountants are simply doing a business of services. They're providing services. So that's why you can see an accountant who does not have a desk to himself, who does not have a chair to himself, and is making money. Because he's only offering services. It is not you that determines what to do. It is the people that determines the kind of business you should do. Do you get what I'm saying now? You don't wake up to say, I just like to sell clothes. You decide what to do based on what the people are in need of. It is the need that should determine the kind of business to do. And it also has to do with the environment where you find yourself. It has to do with the environment where you find yourself. If you want to sell cement and you are positioned in a place where the whole area is filled already, all the houses are built up, nobody is building any property, nobody is doing any building constructions, and that's where you put your business of cement selling, angels will come and patronize you. You get what I'm saying now? So in determining what to do, you have to consider the environment, what it is that people are demanding for, what is it that people are looking for. And so pay attention to the environment, the demand of the people. This is what will help you to determine what you can do and what you can say. Just like we said, generally speaking, anything that has to do with what people need on daily, regular basis is a good area to think about. Anything. And in providing services, whatever it is that you are skilled with or skilled in or skillful with is an area that you have to begin to think about. Any area, whatever it is that, it does not necessarily have to do with you having a shop. Stop this idea of, I need a shop to start a business. That is a big lie from the pit of hell. You don't need a shop anywhere to start business. That business should produce the shop. The reason why many people are not doing anything is because they are waiting till when they will have 500,000 naira to start and rent a shop. One of the most important factors you need in starting and running a business is nothing but customers. Your business is no business if there are no customers patronizing you. I speak. I go to few places to speak. And so I sat down to say, all these things that I say, can I put them together in a CD, put them together in a book format? And so when I go to speak, I don't just go there to speak. I go with the products that I have produced from my services that I render. You get what I'm saying now? And so I have not just providing services, I have created a product for my services now, for my skill. And so you have people who says, we are invited to come and speak, and as you are speaking, you are also selling your materials. That is also you have to now sit down to ask yourself, where do I belong? Is it just to provide services, or is it just to sell something? And somebody says, I can't even sell, or I don't have any product, or this. What you can do is to also become a marketer. What I mean by a marketer is that you begin to sell an existing product. You don't have to be the original producer of the product. You can buy an existing product and then sell to other people. It's so interesting that people make a lot of money even than the person who produced the product. Don't just go do a business that you are not skillful in, you don't have enough knowledge about. What you do is you develop yourself, train yourself, get enough skills to learn everything you need to learn about that business. Don't go start a fashion business that you don't have enough skill in, and then people give you job, and then you mess up their job. You won't get any job again. So that's what kills certain businesses. Do business to make money, or to make profit. To make profit, you must do what? You must make money. To make money, you must do what? Sell something. And in selling something, people must know about what you are doing. Stop winking in the dark. That's what I'm saying this morning. Stop winking in the dark. Stop winking in the dark. Let everybody know this is what you do. And say it without being apologetic. Say it without being offensive. Say it anyhow, anyway. You probably just position yourself to everybody online. It's an easy way to get to people at all level, anywhere, anytime. So when you are thinking of a business, one of the areas you want to think about is selling to people beyond your physical, immediate environment. And one of the ways to do that is to position yourself on the internet. It's so easy right now. It's so easy right now. What amazes me is that somebody complains that I am not making sales, making enough money, and then you go check them out online. In the last 1 month, he has never mentioned anything about his or her business. He has never posted anything that has to do with that business. He has never projected anything that has to do with that business. And then you are saying that nobody is patronizing me. Nobody is patronizing you because you have not positioned yourself well enough for people to recognize and see that you are doing this business. Every day, you must push something out to people to see about you. How many days? How many days? Every day. What do you think MTN is looking for? You check your phone, you see their adverts. You look here, you see their advert. What do you think they are looking for? Every day, you must make sure somebody hears something about your business. Every day. Or else, you will not be relevant as you are thinking. It's not going to happen by chance. You don't have to go to Guardian. But if you are going to be anywhere, make sure you are visible enough and you are consistent about what you are doing. You can't post once in a week and survive. Did you hear me? You can't do posts once in a week and survive. Nobody will see you. You know how many people are on the internet? You know how many things they are looking for? You can't do once and survive. You have to also know the kind of people you are looking for. Because of the kind of things you are doing. And somebody may be thinking, man, I'm not a business person. I don't want to do business. I don't want to do anything. I just want to face my career. Can I tell you this? The way it is right now in our environment, come on, understand this fact. Salary If care is not taken, will get you into depression. The reality on ground right now. Salary, if care is not taken, will get you into. So if you know how to think, is to begin to think of what to do beyond salary. You can earn salary, but create something for yourself that will give you income on regular basis. You don't have to wait till the end of the month to generate income. If you do that, you'll be frustrated. I'm saying this plain truth. Is bitter, it's tough, but that's the reality. You may not know the implication now until the see what is happening in the environment now. You won't know the implication in the next 5 years. If any salary earner is hearing me now, you must prepare for it. What happened during COVID will repeat itself. Work from home. Because if you approach me as your employer to tell me I need to double your salary, and I look at all the facts and figures, it is not working, connecting together. If I increase your salary by 50%, it's going to affect the revenue or the income. And let me tell you, every business owner is there to make profit. I don't want to make money and pay you all the money I'm making. I must make profit. Go home with profit. So if you are telling me, increase my money, and I find out that it's not going to work, one of the best things to do, if it's because you spend so much on transportation now, then I'll tell you, please, we'll talk to you from home. Provide the service from home. Especially bankers. Especially bankers. You will walk into the banking hall and you will discover that all those guys you see on the tables are no longer there. What that means is that work from home. And then from working from home, it will become, we're sorry. So if you want to build your life around salary, frustration will come. So that's why I'm saying, begin to think of what to do now. Start something now. There's no best time to start. It is when? Now. You don't need all the things that you are thinking about. That's my worry. You don't need all the things. You don't need all the things you are thinking you may, if I have this, you don't need them. They will come, but you don't need them now to start. Anyhow, anyway. My philosophy, start small. Start now. Stop thinking, if you see a shop, everything is set. So I want my own to set before I start. It will never set. Can I tell you, you will cry? To tell you won't cry, it's a lie. You get to a point where you look up and say, Lord, what kind of a life is this? This business is not even moving. What do you think the scripture talks about when it talks about the test of your faith or the trial of your faith? You will be tried. Your faith will be tried. Times when you may even lose everything. What you think you have started, and it looks as if, oh, this thing is moving. All of a sudden, something just strikes and everything goes. This thing is not working. Let me drop it. Don't drop it. Keep doing it. Don't drop it. Keep doing it. Same thing. It's the same thing. Same thing. 15 years ago. Same thing. It has not changed. Same thing. Till today. Same thing. The fact that it's not working does not mean it will not work. Just keep doing it. Nobody may recognize you doing it now, but keep doing it. If it is good, you will sell. That's why we talk about skills. Be good at it. Don't do it anyhow. That's one area you have to pay attention to. Whatever it is that you are doing, be good at it. If you are selling anything, sell it well. Don't just sell it anyhow. Sell it well. Anything you are doing. Don't be negative minded. Just be proactive. Always be positive minded. Be ready to move. Be ready to move. No matter what Whether it's sun is shining, rain is falling, just be proactive. Don't always think it cannot work. I don't think it can work because everybody is doing it. Be proactive. Do your own and leave the rest for God. Be competitive and then be collaborative. Be competitive and be collaborative. If anybody is doing the same business you want to do, who have always been in existence and already built a name for himself, don't have this mentality of competing with them. Collaborate with them. That's wisdom. So, if somebody is selling this product and you want to begin to sell the same product and you don't have enough capacity to compete at their level, go collaborate with them. Give me this product, let me begin to sell for you, and then your mindset is that I want to grow to the point where I begin to set up myself, that I will not necessarily have to come to you to collect from you again. I can now generate market for myself. Be flexible with your prices, be flexible with every other things. One of the things that you can use to beat your competitors is the price. If they are selling for 5,000 naira, you can sell it for 4,800. For example, you know you are going to lose 200 naira at the beginning, but on the long run, you will get the money back when they begin to patronize you. Offer free service or product as much as possible. Offer free service, a product or product as much as possible. But of course, there is nothing free, even in Freetown. There is nothing free. To you, it's free. But to me, I know. The cost of the other item is already embedded in the other one. So you look at it, free seeds, free this. Okay, and then we make sales. Spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. Unfortunately, most people are spending more than they are earning. Unfortunately, most people are spending more than they are earning. What it means is that there are certain things you may not need to bother to buy now. You may not need to bother about buying some things now. If you already have some clothes in your wardrobe, you may need to keep them there and manage them for now. Manage them for now. What you are doing is you are building your future, your financial future. Keep reducing as much as possible. If you need to attend certain events that will make you spend unnecessarily, you may have to stop attending some of those events. One of the ways to spend less than you earn is to consider where you stay. Don't pay rent that is beyond your capacity. It was the former U.S. President, Trump, one of his books. I read from one of his books, and it was talking about the percentage that you must consider when it comes to how much your rent must be. And he said your rent should not be more than about maximum 20% of your income. Don't take bank loan. Bank loan is one of the easiest things to access now. I hope you know. It's easier to collect money from the bank now. If you want to borrow money right now, I hope it's possible. I hope you know. You don't have to go to the bank now to borrow money. Let me quickly submit to you also, if you want to start a business, can I beg you in the name of God, don't borrow money to start a new business. Write it down. Pastor said, I must not borrow money to start any business. Don't borrow bank loan. Don't take loan. Don't take loan to start a business. If you do, it will put you under pressure. There are factors that you cannot explain that may happen. You have gone to buy goods for 5,000 naira and you are supposed to sell for 6,000 naira. And then you are supposed to make 1,000 naira. You have sold all the goods. And then you go back to the market to buy another set only for you to get to the market. And they tell you, sorry, madam, we forgot to tell you the last time that is now 6,005. How much did you sell? And you thought you have made profit, right? How much is the new price to buy? It's now 6,500. Who is losing? You have lost 500. Even if you say, I'm not selling again, you have lost money already. You get what I'm saying now? So imagine if you have collected loan from the bank. How would you have paid back? Please, don't borrow money from the bank. Read books. Read relevant books. Read relevant books. Don't just be going around thinking, read relevant books. Attend relevant programs. And also pay attention to this. Stop keeping your money in the bank. Stop keeping your money in the bank. He said, oh, what are you saying? Stop keeping your money in the bank for longer than necessary. That's what I'm saying. Don't keep your money in the bank for longer than necessary. But saving is good. But I said we should save in the bank. There are better ways to save your money. Better ways to save your money. Better ways to save your money. Other than keeping the money in the bank, and the bank will not give you anything in return, look for a platform or a place or places where you can keep the money that will increase or generate more income for you at the end of the day. Go and look for platforms, places. The least you can do if you have a lump sum of money and you don't know what to do with it, the least you can do is to go and fix it. Do a fixed deposit. There are different platforms, or we'll call it buckets, opportunity where you can keep your money. But I strongly advise, keep your money where it will be properly used. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You can begin to come together with a group of people. If you have any money you want to save, let's say 10 of you or 5 of you come together. Let's begin to save 5,000 naira. How much is that? 25,000 naira. And maybe at the end of the day, somebody collects the whole money and then we use it for something. I'm sure some of us do it, right? We call it crowdfunding, right? Some of us do it. You get what I'm saying now? But this is the question. When you collect that kind of money, what do you do with it? So if you do it for business, put it in business, it makes sense. But try as much as possible to invest it in something else that will generate more income for you at the end of the day. You must have 2 accounts. Number 1 is for an account that must be basic and regular for regular spending. Have an account that will be basic for basic use and regular spending, and have a saving account or an investment account, or you have a project account. Have different accounts that you must not have an ATM card for. When you sell, 2 things, you don't want to spend all the money. Take part of the money and put in that other account that you must not have access to. What it helps you to do is to build a kind of momentum that will help you to generate enough capital to be able to do more in business later.
It is the truth that you know and act on that sets you free. Therefore, take a step today and put what you have learned to practice. Put the Word of God to work and let the Word work on your behalf. For more information, contact us via email at tfwcao2@gmail.com.